I thought we were doing the intro.
There's no intro. We're
What about
just
that
going
video?
live.
Oh, that video was
Was
killer
it?
last
You
week.
liked it? I
I
can pull
loved
it
it,
up.
man.
But
I think you should play it.
I wanna change up the pictures in it because I just pull some random pictures just to throw them in there. But
Tap's already
after I
drunk.
change the pictures, he's out. Rug pull right as we go live.
Tapped out.
Welcome,
Super,
welcome,
super
ladies
lame.
and gentlemen.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
Just my camera is just mad laggy, so I'm just trying to be audio for a minute.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry,
no
we
worries.
cut you off, Dad. You were saying welcome, I guess.
Oh, I was gonna say, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the worst damn crypto show. Period. First
And
episode.
and a very special happy birthday to one Tap for Life.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
I don't care. I don't care if
bro!
they rug pull us. Had to do it. It's his birthday.
Steak and cake, sir. Steak and cake.
We're gonna strike on the first show. Thank y'all.
We had to. We got to take care of our own first, right?
I appreciate it. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. Thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes. I got love on my birthday. I appreciate everyone
Right on,
for
man.
my happy birthday love and wishes. Thank you.
How was your birthday? You had a good
Listen,
one?
I had a very nice one. I was relaxing. I was really just chilling, eating good food, drinking some good drinks, getting
You
into
frozen.
some nice clouds. Man, it was a good vibe.
That's awesome, man.
Nice.
That's
Sounds like a
awesome.
good time.
Yes, it was.
How was everybody's week?
Busy for me. Busy. Just trying to get everything going with the channel work and trying to stay up on top of the news and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to
Most
try whatever I
definitely,
get
yes, of
time.
course.
What'd you say, Top? Sorry.
Now let's talk about the live chat. We got live chat.
Oh, we got Candace. What's up, Candace?
No way.
Yeah,
Oh, hello, Candace.
right on. Yeah, I've been doing the same stuff, man. Just working all week and then just working on the editing stuff. Man, is it tough. Learning all this editing shit and Final Cut, trying to make these videos.
Yeah, I haven't tried it. I actually do have Final Cut on my computer, so maybe I should get to work.
Yeah, I'm working on one. But we'll see how it
That's
goes.
good. Well, I'm excited to see the videos, the finished product. I guess you just got
Yeah.
to put them out. You know.
I know, but I'm
It's
such
working.
like I want them to look good before they go out. I don't like I'm so
Okay.
specific with
Okay.
stuff. So I'll keep working
Once
at it and has to look a specific way. You know how it goes.
trust me, I know. It's like you go down the rabbit hole and you're stuck for a few hours, and your girl's calling you. Hey, we're gonna go watch the show. Sorry, babe.
Who's got good stories
Just
for the
I was gonna say just one more logo.
what about you, Tap? You got any good stories for the week?
Do I got any good stories, man? You know what? I was interacting with some people on Instagram. There's a lot of weirdness going on in the world. Let me tell you the
You
story that's
tell.
going on. So it was a girl who dated a dude. She was kind of big bone, whatever. Dude broke up with her because of her weight.
Hmm.
She got her life together. She worked out, supplements, ate well. Fast forward 2 years
Oh,
later.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Well,
whoa! What's
we're not
going
there yet.
on?
Nah, I'm not.
Pressing buttons.
We're not there yet.
My bad.
We're not there.
All right.
Patience,
So
Oh
patience.
man,
so
knew I
fast
was gonna
forward.
do that.
So fast forward 2 years. Now she looks good. She lost weight. She feels better. She looks great. The dude hits her up on Instagram Live to try to get her back. It
On
got
IG
up to four
Live.
thousand views,
How
and of
many?
course, 4,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know how many was there on the replay. You know, the replay is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he tried to get her back on live, and of course, she denied him, and he was still trying to publicly still trying to get back with her.
What did she say?
And the girl, she told the boy bye and just went on with her life. She found a whole nother dude. I think she's married now, got a kid, like in a whole house, started a business. Like she living good, man.
don't know what would possess somebody to do that on Instagram Live.
Yes, and it's so strange how I see the younger generation deal with these issues on social media and through like technology. Like nobody
Yeah.
try to go face to face with stuff, nobody, or at least one to one. Like not be public with it, at least be private with it. And I was just going back and forth, I guess, with a couple of teenagers last week about that. So that was my only thing.
I wanted to bring up. I mentioned it to you guys earlier about the possibly talking about the convoy stuff going on with the funds that are being frozen, and now people are turning to Bitcoin for donations. So
I did look
for anyone
into
that
that.
hasn't, what's that?
I did get a chance to look into that when you mentioned it today. Go ahead.
So basically, they had the GoFundMe, right, when people were sending in donations for truckers and whoever else in Ottawa, and they got around $8 or $9 million. And then a couple of days ago, they said, "Well, we're not giving these funds to the people. So you have X amount of days to get your money out. We'll give you a full refund by, I think it was February 26th, or we're going to give them to a charity of the truckers union's choice or something like that," which is completely ridiculous. And then obviously there was a lot of backlash, and they came out the next day and said, "Okay, well now we're going to refund everybody's money. Everyone who donated their own money that they wanted to go to support the truckers and to support the movement, support freedom of movement, whatever you want to call it." They just said, "No, we're going to give your money back now," because they obviously caved. So now donations in Bitcoin are flooding in to these guys because these cannot be stopped, right? These Bitcoin transactions cannot be stopped, but it's completely anonymous. So I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on what you think, where this could potentially go. Is it going to be a positive narrative, a bad narrative for crypto in general? Because you know for sure they're going to come out and say, "Well, look at this. Now they're using cryptocurrency to fund money to dangerous organizations or groups." What do you guys think about that? Or the positives?
I think the media is going to spiel whatever the narrative they want to spiel. In my opinion, I think it's a good thing. People helping people, and it's for a good cause. So, right on, baby.
Oh yeah, it's for a good cause. It's like, at what point are people going to wake up and say, "Hey, this is like the time that I spend out in the real world to bring money back, that's my personal property now." At that point, right? Like
Yeah.
that is my money. That is my time that has been put out there to pull back money in, to spend how I see fit. And now some third party that I have to go through to get my money to where I want to, they're just deciding, and obviously talking to the governments about it, right? Because the government had to step in and say, like, they were arresting people the other night for bringing fuel. The Ottawa police tweeted, "If you bring fuel here, you're going to be arrested."
Wow.
Yep.
Right?
Wow.
That's
So
crazy.
it's like this is a very important time for people to say, "Hey, no, this is your public property. You should be able to do whatever you want with your or your personal property, your private property."
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like tyranny to me, but yeah.
What do you think, Tap?
I actually liked how people came together and was donating in Bitcoin, even though it was Bitcoin. We're not crazy about it. I was just shocked to see the amount of volume that caught up with. Cause that kind of just proves that if people come together, if you use this tool, this cryptocurrency, you with your property, your own money, you can do with your own money as you see fit. That is your right. And yes, the media will spin this however they want to spin it, but they can't hide the fact that people said after third party, we're using this undisputed codable math tool to take ownership of our money, our movement, to support who we want to support, how we want to support. Period.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good thing. Like, of course, if they're gonna spin it, it's gonna be some BS about it. But at the end of the day, there's always gonna be that 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4 people who's gonna look at this and say, "Wow, people just went over the government's head, and this money went there. The money went there. Period. There's
Oh, it's
nobody.
there.
There's nobody to give it back. There's no customer support to call and say, "Yo, let me get my money back." It
Push
ain't
only,
here.
man, with Bitcoin. Push
It ain't here.
transactions only.
We got a whole running
Well,
joke that Karen's looking for the manager. We ain't found a
Yeah.
manager yet. We're looking for him.
I just hope that people whatever side of the argument you're on, okay? I just hope, let's say you're someone who opposes the convoy, which is fine. Like you're free to believe whatever you want to believe.
Yeah.
I just hope those people can see that, hey, one day you might be in a situation where you want to donate to a cause that you see fit. There might be some government or power and control, and you want to support something.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe crypto's the way you need to do it. Like I really just hope things like this don't become a bipartisan issue when this is truly like a human issue and a personal property issue. That's the only thing I'm worried about. If they just use it and say all these crazy people out there are using cryptocurrency to do this, I just think it could be a little, maybe a step forwards. I don't know. It's really weird right now.
So real quick with that, yes, the media will spin that to a crazy way, like you said. But I personally feel like it's not that many people that believe in the media compared to as many people believe in the media, say 2, 3, even 5 years ago. So yes, they're going to spin that narrative, and even if they still watch the media, people have a lot more questions now because of what has happened to us in the past couple of years. So yes, they're going to see that craziness, but again, they will see that people went over the government and sent money to a location, and it is there. Period.
Yeah. All on chain,
Yeah,
baby.
I mean, at the end of the day, as people, we all just want to be free and be able to do what we want with our money. And just
And
the government stepping in is just, it's the reason why crypto was invented. So it's just a great use cause for crypto.
just
I
such
think
a
it's going to be a
A
win,
lot of people forgot about that. The reason why it was invented.
yeah.
It's about freedom. Like I read some article that, I mean, I didn't even know this, but like 20 years ago in the US, you could like go outside and be like, I'm a Nazi, and people would be fine with it because it's your freedom of speech or whatever. And they had rallies and the police like protected them. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing here, like just another cause. I mean, this way it's a good cause, but it's the same situation, just a better cause, right?
Well, it's
It's
like
about freedom.
you can't even my bank here, I don't know how it is in the US, but you guys have like limits on how much you can transfer a day, e-transfer, or how much you can withdraw at a time. You guys have anything like
Depending.
that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I
Like
never had
why?
that much
Like
money.
I'm honestly too,
I
but
don't.
like
I'm not saying.
six,
I'm not saying a lot, but I just mean like even like $1,000 or something. If I have limits, right, and
yep.
they will be like, no, you can't do that. It's like, well, it's my money.
Yeah, I
It's
got
my
ATM limits. That pisses me off
yeah, like
sometimes for
ATM
sure.
limits,
Like,
anything. It's
come
your
on,
money,
guys. Yeah.
Yo,
right? You speak as
there,
a consumer. Go
there
ahead.
is a limit on how much money you can have in your savings account before they start charging you a fee. Like you are required to have a certain amount of money in your savings account. If you have anything below that, they will charge you a monthly fee. Some banks have
Okay.
mechanisms like that. Freaking wild. Another crazy mechanism. In the United States, we have all these states, right next to each other. If
Mm-hmm.
you go to another state and try to use your debit card, credit card, whatever, it might decline because they say, "Oh, why are you in another state using money?" Because I'm in another
Are
state.
you
Because I'm learning
serious?
about this. Yes, no, trust me. Listen,
Yeah.
I live in the Philadelphia area, Pennsylvania. Very close to me is New Jersey. You can just drive over a bridge and you're over there, no problem. Sometimes I'll go over the bridge. I'm using my money to get food or something, whatever. It might decline and I get a whole notification saying you are outside of your state. Why are you outside of your state? Is this you? Are these your transactions? I got to answer questions. I got to call somebody. That has happened to me. Yeah.
That's
Yep.
amazing because it's still. I can maybe understand if I'm because I have family in the U.S. in Detroit, so I can understand if I go to the US and I use my Canadian debit card on something, or if I use my Canadian credit card, I'll get an email saying, hey, an international transaction alert's been triggered, just to say somebody in another country is using your card and they want to make sure it's you. But nowhere in Canada, like we don't have states, we have provinces. You would
Yeah.
never, you could use your debit anywhere. I can't believe that in the US because the US dollar is the US dollar is the US dollar, right? That's unreal
Hey,
to me.
there's a lot of
Yep.
states that's doing some funky stuff. We might go back to each state's having their own currency before we know it. There's some states doing some weird things lately.
I don't know about that. That's
Listen,
far
I
fetched,
seen
but yeah, I
something
mean
that
the
said
banks.
Mississippi's about to have their own cryptocurrency. Texas is trying to have their own cryptocurrency. I heard about Arizona, California, New York, and Arizona
You know,
just said
Miami
you could
has a
pay.
coin.
Oh yeah, Miami got a cryptocurrency.
Straight,
I forgot.
straight scam, man. I looked it up. It's like the craziest,
Scam.
bro. Like, this is what I remember.
Really? Why
You
are you
can't
surprised?
buy the
Is he
coin.
ready?
You can't buy the coin unless you buy another coin, and then you use that coin to put in a pool. So let's say I buy this other coin. I buy 100 of these coins. I put it in a pool with like 400 people, and one person wins the Miami coin.
I'm in.
Sign me up.
Good. Sounds good.
Okay,
Where-
I'll
where-
get
where do
you.
I
I'll
get
get you
this?
the site right after. I'll put it in the private chat. I got you, man. We're gonna
Is
be
this a
rich.
centralized exchange, or like, am I gonna am I gonna own these coins, or what?
I'm gonna
keeping
sell
the
my
coins, right?
house. I'm
That's
gonna
as
sell
far
my
as I
car.
got. After I saw that, I was like, I'm good.
I'm the brick of my
Yeah,
girlfriend.
it's crazy, man.
Speaking of good though, Hex has had about 5 or 6 green days now? We've had
7 days.
Beautiful.
7 days as
7
of
days
7
now?
o'clock over here. Yep. 7 days straight.
Let's
green
go.
days.
I don't have the applause, man. I told my boy I needed applause sounds, but
Hey,
not
you
yet.
gotta
Next
get, you
week,
gotta
next
get the
week.
weakest.
Stay
You gotta get
tuned.
the weakest applause ever. Like when we're cheering for something, it's like, hey.
Okay.
Yeah,
Those effects
7
be
straight
good. Yeah,
days
but it
of
feels
all
good,
green
man. Having
candles.
some consistent green candles, and
Yeah.
on Tab's birthday too.
Yes, right
Yeah.
on my birthday.
Maybe
It was
that
a nice
was-
little surprise, honestly. When it kept going up, I was a little surprised. I'm like, okay, thanks for giving me a little birthday gift. I appreciate it.
Hey, we should get Candace on here next week. Candace is killing it in the chats here.
Yeah, it's
You wanna
just
talk?
Candace. Candace only.
Candace, you
One.
want to come on next week?
There's only one.
It's only one. Yeah, I'm pumped, man. I think
Oh, the
we're
t-shirt
just
rates
starting
keep
to
going up, man. The
There you
t-shirt rate
go,
was just
yes.
going up when we was in the
There we
green
go, I
room
got
earlier.
Candace. Yeah, I'm working on a
What's it at?
t-shirt video. A
Let me
funny
see,
one.
Well,
what is it?
I got the cost of a t-shirt as of today at
20,715, I think it is.
735. Okay, there it is. 20,735, and
So
it's
close.
4.5 G's.
I'm getting 20,741, and that's from Hex Daily Stats.
I
What
gotta
up?
refresh maybe.
What up, RD?
The t-shirt price is $4,539 right now for one t-shirt. It was just at 3,700 like last week.
Yeah, and our all-time high was what? 9,600 around there?
Like 9,600. I think we touched 10,000 for like maybe 30 minutes because I swore I remember seeing that.
I think we're starting maybe to see the maybe a little bit of the less excitement from the sack phase, maybe PulseX like last time. Come out of the sack phase, we started to ramp up a bit
You think this is the
Yeah, I
ramp
mean, I
up
hope
now?
we follow the same.
because we still got what 20, at least 20 days, isn't it? Wasn't it 25 when last time we spoke? I can never keep track.
Yeah,
of it. I
this is
just
the
do day one,
25th
then I
it
forget
ends,
about
so
it.
it should be like 18 days, 19 days, something like that.
18 days, yep.
It ends at 25th.
2
from what I
weeks,
remember.
2 weeks and 2 days.
Candace, my goal is to get to 20 t-shirts before Pulse. It's getting so hard. Keep going.
Shit.
Keep going.
You might as well rethink that strategy. It's not a bad strategy. If you want to keep striving for that, keep striving for it as much as you can. But the way the rate is going up, it's getting hard.
All that selling, man. That selling just ratcheted it right up. And there were some big sells yesterday again. It got eaten up. And we had that
Yep.
what do we have? We had that big pump, and then that guy dumped. We didn't dump. Like congrats to whoever they are. They made some nice gains, but it got eaten up right after that.
Oh, so,
Yep.
so
I think
that was that wick. Okay, I saw that wick. I figured it was probably a dumper somewhere.
it was
Yeah, man,
800
it's just-
grand.
One was 7 and one was 5. I think it was 7. Wasn't it? Like,
That
I
was
think
two
one of them-
separate ones. Yeah.
Yeah. There
And
was
they
that
say
nice
you
buy
can't
order,
sell
market
Hex.
buy 2.1 million or something. Somebody came in with.
1.8. That's all I remember. But yeah, I mean, give or
That's
take
awesome to
300,000.
see,
It's
man.
nothing. Chump change, baby.
Yeah.
If y'all ever like to, when you look at the charts, do like the 30-minute or the 5-minute timing, because you see like people dumping like consistently. It'd be like good money, just straight a big ass red candle,
But you
800
can't
grand,
sell it. You
500
can't sell it.
grand, 250 grand. I was like, well, shit. I could have sworn that people say you can't sell hex.
That's what I mean. I think it's time to
It's
just go
wild.
and I think it's time to just screenshot a bunch of the Whalebot stuff and put it in a mosaic or something, like a big $sign mosaic of all these huge sell
I
orders.
put some paintings behind me.
Yeah.
I
There was
told
a
my girl
couple-
to
There was a couple of real big stakes put out today from the Hex Whalebot.
Yeah.
I think someone staked Quattro Cinco like 2 million today.
It was 1 million Quattro Cinco, then 2.2 million for 3,000. Oh, it wasn't 3,000.
Or was
Around
it 4,000
or
days?
something. No, the 1 million was Quattro Cinco, and then there was
Okay.
another one for 2 million that was, I think, around maybe 3,000 days, maybe a bit less, but huge stakes. What are you saying there, Dan? About your girl? Or
I was
something?
gonna say I got some room behind me to put some paintings. My girl wants to paint, so put her to work.
Put her to work. Get those brushes, girl. Let's go.
So what? Hex Whalebot? I was thinking of a hex graph and maybe some logos. Logos are kind of outdated.
No, I
though,
just mean
don't
in
know.
general. Like I just might
Yeah.
do it.
Put it
for
on a
myself.
t-shirt.
Like yeah, put it on a t-shirt or put it in the hex logo or the $sign. Right, get a $sign and then put in all these
Yeah.
huge cells of hex. Like you can't sell it. You can.
Real
That
quick,
narrative's dead in my.
Candace
Do you
has a
think
question
Dad's
for all
got
of
it?
us.
Oh,
Someone has-
sorry, Candace.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna say that.
I actually have a I'm good number. I actually did this calculation, so I have an answer.
Okay, you go first then.
$113 per hex. That's when.
Is
That's why I
your-
can say I'm good. That's why I can say I'm good. I'm not. Listen, there's a whole bunch of good stuff I could do for myself, but for that price. But once it hits to
Well,
that
let's
dollar
wait.
amount,
Let's go over the rules here quick. Are we talking PulseChain was never a thing and Hex is always on Ethereum price, or are we talking combined price on both chains? Or are
hex
we talking
Ethereum. I did this calculation
on
before.
Ethereum?
I did this calculation before I knew about Pulse.
Okay,
Those are
and
straight up
second part.
hex.
Are we talking selling your bag, or are we talking off the inflation? Like selling part of a bag, or just like retiring off of inflation?
It was selling part of my inflation bag. Actually,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
like straight my inflation bag.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, I'm already good, so it's all roses from here. Even though I'm even in this game, I know where we're headed. So I
We're already
just
good,
gotta
boys. We're
hold
already
on.
good. We're already good.
I mean, I'm streaming, the guys. Come on.
Pre-pulse.
There you
Streaming.
go. You already made it.
I made it.
Inflation. Okay.
Straight
Yeah.
okay.
And are you gonna say a number, or are you just gonna do the I'm
$33. I'll be really happy.
Now,
Put it that way.
honestly, with everything I have going now, $33 will probably be nice for me because I'm in my head counting the post copy and
Mhm.
all that stuff.
Pressure.
So $33 with the post copy is, I think I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
You're chilling.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know.
So Hexter, you don't know. 1,000.
I know. I just don't want to. I don't want to say it, but okay. I would say we're doing the one chain. I would say $10, $10 hex. I think.
Okay. I like that.
$10 hex. Yeah.
What do you say?
I'd say $10, $10 hex.
Okay. That's
$10.
good money.
Yeah.
Hexter's gonna call his boss. Hello, sir.
I already called him. It's funny you say that because I told him, and like I remember trying to get him into Hex last May. It was, and it's just like, dude, what? There's gonna come a time we're gonna walk in here and I'm gonna quit because I've been trying to tell him everything. I'm like I got into this, I got into this, try to explain it to them all. Nothing, and then my plan is when that day comes, I will go in there and I was gonna, I don't know, do something bad, not bad, but just embarrass them and like maybe show them a Staker app clip and be like, you should have fucking listened. See, I'm in. Here's my papers.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
done.
Hex
Just to
flip.
drop
Yeah.
that bomb, just to be like, it's so interesting because Hex are always talking about time, long time horizons, right? And you're telling these people every single day, when you see them every day, came in,
Time
are you
pass.
going to get in? Are you going to get in? And then before they know it, one day it's going to be like, yeah, that was a year and a half ago. I told you about that.
Exactly.
Yep.
And because every time they see you, they'll go, well, how's that Hex doing? How's that Hex doing? It's like, well, we're in a bit of a dip. He's like, yeah, crypto shit. It's like, well, did you look at the 300% run up before we went down 70%?
Yes.
No, they got no time horizon. So it's literally just going to be,
Yeah.
it's going to show up
Hex
one day.
went up for 10 months straight.
Yeah.
Of course there's a dip.
Yeah.
It went up for 10 months last year.
But you're staked. We're staked to that whole thing.
Yes.
And it's going to be, it'll be funny. I'm going to have somebody film it for sure. I've talked about it with a lot of people.
You know what's crazy for my coworkers? I've mentioned this on my Twitter. I've given them the hex cards and everything. I tell them about what I'm doing. I tell them what's going on. I tell them about the crypto hex going on. I tell them about the macro game, about inflation, and all that stuff. Like before the price of chicken went up, I was telling them, yo, chicken might be costing a little bit more.
For years, been saying that to people. Years. Like I don't know if you guys follow. Like I don't know if you guys follow your housing markets there a lot, but in Canada, horrible housing market. It's propped up on nothing because we printed so much money over the years. Like the average house right now in Canada is $800,000.
Oh wow.
The average. And a house a couple weeks ago in so we have like Toronto's the major city, right? And we have what's called the GTA, Greater Toronto Area. So usually like a lot of people that work in Toronto, they'll spread out and live out in the GTA. And the GTA used to be a lot cheaper for a house. Well, there is one listed about 45 minutes west of Toronto for $800,000, and it sold for 1.2 because because the supplies there's no supply, right? The demand's extremely outweighing the supply. It's bad over here. And you try and talk to people and they don't understand it. Like that's what bothers me about Hex too, when you talk about inflation. And if you don't understand it, or if you don't know that it's capped, and it can be good if it's capped for a long time. When you tell them like, well, that money's just coming out of thin air. It's like, well, where do you think our money is coming from right now? When it gets printed and flooded into the system.
I think the important part about inflation for people is that people understand like if it's working on your benefit or not. Like, is it working for you or against you?
Well, it's just like remaining consistent, right? So it's like when you get raises, and if you know your inflation rate, whatever, let's call it 2% a year. If you're not making that 2% raise every year, well, now you're behind. Now your purchasing power is lagging, right? So, and as inflation keeps getting further and further ahead, everyone that's like, I guess you could just say like working class, right? It's just getting pushed further and further behind. Your dollar's not going as far, and people don't understand that. So
yeah,
they're starting to understand a little bit. They're starting to feel it. Go ahead.
The average American, they're just out there in the rat wheel and they're just going to work. They're not gonna know. So it's hard, you know. It's hard. How are you gonna educate the masses that they just watch TV?
Like, you gotta know this. Like imagine you did some work for me and I paid you $1, and then I came up to you a week later and I said, hey man, you know that $1 that I gave you? Yeah, it's not worth so much anymore. It's maybe worth 98.
They just don't care. I mean,
okay.
People just don't care, man. I mean, me too.
Am I able to come in next week for work? That's all people care about. It's being stuck in that hamster wheel.
They're on the gram. They're living vicariously through other people.
Oh my god!
Watching
that's why I think Hexicans are so dangerous. Not dangerous like in a. Actually, we can cause danger. I just mean with our time horizons that we have, you got to think like most people have a lot of stakes spread out over the years, and it's like you're not having that one bag you're going to sell and have to buy back. You got stuff coming all the time, and you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting, and then if you don't need as much as that when that stake ends, you're most likely restaking it.
Exactly.
Have you guys sold any Hex yet?
Nope,
not yet. But Hex is dangerous.
This is a clip.
Oh my god! What the? Oh my god! What?
that was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, it was all right.
That's great.
They'll
Man.
get better. They'll get better.
So that thumbnail you made. So which one are we using for the logo? Because I love both of those. Like that thumbnail you sent was hilarious for the YouTube. Is that going to be like the thumbnails for the YouTube episodes?
I think so. We'll see. I mean, I'll try and make new ones, and if they look better, I'll use those. But for now, I mean, it'll do. It just the color match doesn't match the whole YouTube channel look and everything.
Yeah.
But that's why it's the worst, baby. So live up to the name.
That's why it's the worst. That's why we're shit. We're not the shit. We're shit.
Exactly.
Fail forward fast.
Fail forward fast.
So I
liked
know
it, man.
those
Colors were sweet.
haven't sold any hex. Has anybody given away hex? I've
Yeah.
given away hex.
I did that the Christmas
Yep.
giveaway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you did do the
Yeah, I
Christmas
gave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that, and I gave. Well, I have stakes. I have a lot of fifth quattro cinco set out for my nieces, so it's not given away yet. But they got 555s for the two of them. Like they're only 4 and 2 right now. So
Yeah, they're gonna be rich.
They're gonna have
yeah,
a
they don't have the keys yet. So
They might be rich. If Uncle Hexter is good.
there's a chance they could be rich.
no expectations of profits from work of others.
Exactly.
No, none at all.
They better be nice, you know.
They better be nice. Like if you're not good, like you got next 12 years to look forward to a big stake coming your way. You better be ready. You better prepare to it.
Yeah.
But I hate
your
giving
mind
away.
right.
I think I'm trying to remember if I did so.
I mean, I gave away a little bit to my best friend trying to onboard him, and he got more after, but it was $100 worth. So it's, just wanted to show him like, here, watch it. And it was great because I gave it to him when it was like 18 cents, and then it went to like 36, and he's like, oh, let me get more. And then, now he's probably even or down, but he's got some stakes, so he's chilling. He understands.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
we
a
gotta
good
tell
investment.
people about that free pulse thing. So are we saying, Tap?
I was telling him that's a good time. Well, that's a good thing when you give away some hex. They start loving it and they start buying more themselves. At that point, I don't reflect I'm giving away hex. Now I'm like, all right, I'm investing into you being part of the ecosystem now.
Do you remember that story Crypto Jim told about or Crypto Jim? What the hell?
Funding Jim.
Yeah, he got hacked today, didn't he?
Do you remember that story he told about paying his tenants in hex or having his tenants pay him in hex?
Yep.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool because
and
every
he
time
gave him
they
a
paid,
little
they would
discount
pay
on that. Like whatever that amount was, it was a little discount he gave. It just says that, yo, just pay me in the hex amount.
Yeah, and it was
I
crazy.
think they gave him 500 off their rent, from what I remember. Yeah.
And every month it was less and less hex. They were noticing like, hey, before like this is half the amount of hex you got before. It's like maybe you should buy it.
I mean, it's great, and everyone that he had living there was working with the high, like and where was it, San Fran, right near Bezos' house or one of their
tech companies and all that.
The guy from Apple.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it was a lot of tech.
I heard he invested in some of those companies, and one of them blew up. But yeah,
it was only like one of them.
He's
out of like 10 or 20, he did something like that.
Yeah,
he's pushing hard for hex now though, which is awesome. He's a good guy. I mean, I could talk to him for half an hour when I was in London outside. He's very nice. They're all nice guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, he's someone to look up to,
Yeah.
We gotta think about
professional
that.
Dude.
He's letting his tenants pay in hex. We have a lot of hexagons with a lot of skill sets and talents that can sell their skill sets and talents in hex within each other in the hex community. If you think about it. Like we got
if you guys want to hire me as a host to your show right here, I'll take my check every 2 weeks, please. Thank you.
There you go.
And
Thursday every,
we have all
every
these
2 weeks, every
artists.
Thursday.
We got tech people, we got the jewelry people, we got our plumbers, we got some dude say he knows how to do laser sighting or whatever the hell that is. Whatever you
I
need.
can do that. Just get a laser pointer.
We got Johnny Chaos going crazy with the dinosaurs, building Halloween
yeah,
stuff,
the
man.
props and everything he does, man. He's talented.
Organs. He's building organs that doctors could test on. I mean, it's just
If
we got
want to make
everybody.
a horror movie, we could make a horror movie, a Hex sponsored horror movie. If we want to do it. That he'll
Exactly. Yeah.
really kill in the box office. Actually,
I want to run my idea by you guys for this video that I'm doing.
go
Okay.
ahead.
I talked about it yesterday with Hexy Bastard a bit, but I wanted to make like a real stupid explanation of Hex that made sense. If that actually what I'm saying makes sense to you guys. So basically I wanted to use the analogy of like the hex code is essentially a train. Okay. That doesn't stop. Right? Like the hex code cannot be stopped. It just goes. And the way the way I'm going to try to explain it is because I'm going to be not making fun of people, but kind of poking fun. I'm getting an echo somewhere. You guys
Yeah, I
hearing an
think
echo?
it's tap. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
So imagine like your ticket to get on board the Inflation Express. It's you got to buy an inflation ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way the video will be, it'll be animated too. Like I'm gonna use, I might use someone from the community that we all know.
Okay.
Not from our community, but someone who's maybe on the outskirts, but he's well known in the Hex community. And I'll be explaining it to this person like they're a child. So what do you think of that as an analogy? You say, okay, like the Hex code is just like a train, right? That can't be stopped. And if you want a ticket on this train, it's called an inflation ticket. And it's up to you how long you want to ride for.
It's a perfect analogy.
Right. And
I've
then
heard it used before. Yeah, it's good.
okay, so yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. Because then so what I'm gonna say is if you want to get off early, like you're gonna lose some of your rewards. You'll get back what you originally bought for that inflation ticket, but you're gonna lose some of your rewards. And if you want to stay longer, you're gonna have to fucking pay to stay longer. Right? To explain the emergency end stakes kind of, right? Like so if you said you were gonna stay on for 100 days and you keep sitting there, well, we're gonna give you 2 weeks. 2 weeks to get your ass off this train. And if you don't, you're gonna have to start paying to be on here.
Nice.
I just thought it might be a fun way to explain it to people. Like, look, you're buying this. This is your ticket. You sit on it and you wait and then you get off. Does that make sense? Kind of.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes. Yeah.
And please do that because I feel like there's a wave of new people jumping into the Hex ecosystem. There's a lot of people asking questions about the stake mechanism that I thought was common knowledge. So yeah, definitely break that down for people.
That's what I mean. So do I do it the way I would do it, or do I do it the way a smart person would do it and make it presentable to everyone? Because I like my shit to be funny. That's my thing. Like I think it has
Make
to
it
be
funny. That's what you do. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Why do you even ask that question? Come on, do what you do, baby.
You're already doing it.
Do it.
You're already
Do
doing
it.
what needs to be done.
Tap, you want to narrate it?
I wouldn't mind narrating it. You think I got a good narration voice?
I think it'd be perfect. I could come up with a part for you for sure.
Awesome. We could do it.
Definitely.
We could do a bunch of stuff. Got your inflation tickets here.
Inflation.
Something
tickets,
stupid
man.
like that.
Get on now.
That's what I'm going to call the T-share. That's what I'm going to call the T-share, the inflation ticket. That's
So
the
real
ticket to get
quick,
on.
just something that came across my head. How you gonna explain less shares, like the B shares, the M shares? You gonna explain that, or you just gonna kind of leave
I'm
that?
not. I'm just gonna talk. Like I think it's better just to say staking. If you stake, everyone's gonna get a return, right? You're still
Right.
minting your own rewards, regardless of how many shares you have. Because I don't want to say.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there and they're saying, hey, this one inflation share costs 20,715 hex or whatever it is. It'll just be your goal is to buy an inflation ticket. That could be any amount because it could be half a share, right? Like a lot of people are priced out of shares. Just the idea that, hey, this thing can't stop. It's going around and around. Get your ass on it and you decide how long you want to stay. You get off early. Well, depending on how early, if you serve out half your term, like we all know the staking mechanics and everything. But yeah, you get your principal back. But if you stay late, you're gonna have to pay to stay on it. We're gonna bleed your ass out. But it'll be fun.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm excited to see it. I gotta see it.
It's gonna take
I'm
me
a visual
bit, man.
guy.
It's gonna take me a bit because I gotta do a bunch of animated stuff with it.
Just 4 more weeks. Come on.
Yeah, it's before Pulse. Before Pulse comes.
That'd be a nice challenge. That'd be a nice way
what-
to challenge yourself. Make the
Yeah.
animation
I
before
started today. It's fun.
You guys got
Okay.
a polls prediction for the people?
July
Nah.
July. Okay.
Price or launch?
Launch date.
launch.
You think July?
Yeah.
Why do you think July?
There's four main things he has to do. Software is not easy. One of the things is that Fixabot, whatever the heck that is. I'm trying to understand what that is, but that keeps going over my head. So I'm pretty sure that's a complex thing they got to figure out. And
The
all the
DAO.
sacrifice balance. That's a lot of math they got to do. And again, software is not easy. He was saying however many months beforehand, and now we're in February 2022. Yeah, I think July will be a safe bet. If if we're in September of 2022 and it still has a release, now I'm gonna be looking around like what the heck's going on.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how long it takes as long as the code's right. So
And especially with it being a Richard Hart project, if you will,
He's gonna take his time.
he cannot have any screw ups out of the gate, right?
Yeah.
Because everyone's going to be watching. Everybody's going to be watching. So, but the good thing is on testnet v2, like they haven't noticed any bugs come up, right? There's been, I think I saw him comment with something the other day. They were asking any major issues, and popped up. They said, not that I know of.
well,
Really.
he
I
had
think that
3
major
things
one
on
that
his
was like
list.
3 or 4 weeks ago, the last bug, but it got fixed up real quick. But that was it, like
Yeah.
3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He had 3 things. Richard Hart had 3 things on his list, and now there's 4. So we're going backwards. But there's a testnet V3 now that I saw. Right, that was the 4th thing that
Yeah,
he
they're
put
gonna
up.
have to do with V3. They weren't originally, but I guess they need to now.
You think they're gonna test out the
It's good.
PulseX and that whole thing?
Which
Like
ones?
with
The Pulse what?
PulseX, you think
PulseX.
they're gonna have like a testing version for that?
I think
Oh,
so. I
like-
think everything will be tested on that version 3.
Yeah, I mean, when you build software, you always got to test to make sure it's running. If you want to build good stuff, if you don't care, then you just roll it out. But
Nah, he's
Yeah, I
gonna
don't have a
do this.
prediction. I don't think I saw Trayvon stream the other day. He was thinking it was going to be late too. He said something like June, July. But we don't know, right? Like if I don't know. I just don't know. Like I'm not in there building shit. None of us are, so who knows?
I mean, everybody is saying like March or April, and that would be fine and dandy in a perfect world. But like, the more I try to look up this stuff, the more I understand how complex this thing is and how there's no set things about this software game. Like it really is every day. There's probably like 2 more problems you just realize is what it sounds like this coding and software game is about. So it's
Well,
going to take
especially when they're all
time.
interacting with one another too, right? It's like you could open up one bug could open up Pandora's box, and then you're chasing that down for the next 2 weeks
Yeah,
because everything's interconnected.
you got the
Exactly.
PulseX and the PulseChain working together, and we got the LP token. Has he solidified the mechanism of that thing yet? So
No,
it's
they
like
still have that. They still
it's
have that
already
reward.
we're already 1 week into the second month. So it's like I don't know. It's gonna take time. That's fine. Take your time. That way I can accumulate as much shares as I can before this copy. Take as much time as you want, Richard.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to the devs, whoever they are. Always want to
Yeah.
shout out the devs.
I like
Yeah,
what
shout out to
Candace
all
said
you
here.
all.
If the end stakes early, disconnect the money cards. Well, what I was going to do for that was get a clip of someone tossing some guy off a train.
You're outta here.
That was my imagery, honestly, for that. Just get you out of here. Get out of here.
Get off my train. What was that thing?
You
from
wreck pleb.
the Harrison Ford? Get off my plane. You can do it. Get off my train. Get out of here. That's going to be a fun one.
That'd be hilarious. That's the whole of, I think, the LP. Yeah, the LP, like, he really has not solidified nothing about this darn LP. So it's like, I don't think he's dropping anything within a couple months if he hasn't figured out the tokenomics for a whole nother cryptocurrency he's inventing for whatever reason.
What do you think Richard does after this is all running?
I believe he personally said fiat on ramp, but from what
Well,
I'm
that's
hearing,
like a bonus.
yeah, before I'm hearing, there's a whole bunch of hexagons already working on that, and they're getting pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, for
Yeah,
me, I
alright.
think he should concentrate when he's done on onboarding. He's like the top dog that we have, top horse. He's, you know, the number one onboarder.
He said he
So
wanted
I
to
think
use more of his
onboarding is
money
very
for
important.
marketing. So maybe when he's
Yeah.
done with this post stuff, he'll focus on marketing, using his money for marketing.
Yeah.
However,
Oh
that's
yeah, he
gonna
did say
be-
that he wants to throw some money around this year, right?
Yeah, he
Yep,
said that.
yep.
He said that.
On Maddie, I think I was on Maddie Allen's, what was it? The Hex Conference,
The
online
online
conference. Check that out.
Please do. I was honestly rewatching that a couple days ago. It was such an awesome online conference. So many good talks and conversation. My personal favorite was when
So
Wells
hard.
only and Richard was talking.
Oh, the conference? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great, man. I would love to see those two go toe to toe for like an hour, because it was like Wales was finally in a place where he was talking to someone who understood everything he was saying. I think,
Exactly.
you know, instead of having to break it down. And it's like once he laid an idea out to Richard got it right away. He's like, "Oh, I understand." He's like, "Yes,
So-
thank you, yes."
Speaking on that, a few months back, I put out a tweet for my dream stream, and I had 5 people, right? Because I mean, you can have as many as you want, but what's your guys' dream stream? So I had Richard, I had
I'm on it right
Wales.
now.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you
Well,
made
they'll-
it, sir.
They'll come to us. If you build it, they will come, right?
No, not something you would watch. Not obviously, I'm not gonna go
Oh,
on
no,
stream
yeah,
with those
yeah.
guys. That was
Cap, you
just
go
something I
first.
would watch.
like if you can choose your all-star streamers to just come together for a show.
Yeah, just
Okay.
yeah, for
hold on,
sure.
hold on,
Yeah.
Let me think a little bit.
What are the rules on this? Is it hexagon specific, or is it any?
I was
any
just doing
super-
hexagon specific,
Okay,
but
we'll
I
do
mean,
hexagon.
if you want to
Yeah,
expand,
No, I
so
like
before
that.
I'll go real quick, just so you guys know, unless you guys want to go.
No, go ahead.
But
Go
while
ahead.
you
You go
think,
ahead.
I don't know. All right, I got Wales, I got Richard Hart, obviously.
All
Then I
right.
had Motley Investor, Kinetics,
Okay.
and Funding Gym.
Okay.
Fun and Gem.
Mine's a bit different.
Fun and Gem was a nice ad. I like Fun and Gem. Fun and Gem is all right in my books. I like him.
Yeah, he's great.
I like serious streams. If you can't tell, you know.
We're
You
not
like
here to
the
have
good
fun, you know.
knowledge.
We're here talking about money. We're not here to have fun.
Non-financial advice.
I'm
We
trying to
gotta
think.
talk
Should we
about
always
money.
say that? Like, are we gonna get sued? Non-financial advice, guys. Whatever I say for the rest of the time, non-financial advice.
It's like the whole Tide Pod thing, right? Why the hell did Tide have to write "Do not eat these" on it? Like, don't. No, if you go buy something, that's on you. Okay. Like, come on. How many people say no financial advice? You know, you don't need to say it.
I
Go
know,
get
like
fucking Tide Pods,
I don't
not
understand.
financial
But
advice.
Just know I am a college stoner dropout. If you take any financial advice from me, that is on
Yeah.
you.
Tap's there posting things or feeds of him smoking the devil's lettuce in his car. Don't take financial advice.
I'm streaming from my mom's room, so don't take advice from me.
She's shaking his head. Where's your blanket, by the way? We got to do the blanket stream.
Blake is right here, player.
Oh,
Blake is always here.
we got to get you a hex blanket, man.
Oh man.
That
might
would
as
be
well.
beautiful. Get a hex blanket with all these beautiful hexagons on it. You just so this my steaks keep me warm at night.
But these keep warm.
Yeah,
Keep the hex close.
keep the hex close. I don't know. So do you have one, Tap, yet or no? You haven't said one for your dream stream. Is it
Dream
4
stream.
people? we're gonna
Yes,
do?
yes. Dream stream.
You could have 2 people. You could have 1 person. It's a dream
I
stream.
got-
It's your stream.
For me, I got Wendy's.
Wendy's for tendies.
I got Kareem.
Kareem the Dream.
I Dan's coming in after. Like
K
a
for
little.
K crypto. K for K crypto.
What? I forget his nickname.
And I'm Richard.
Jimmy Neutron. Richard is the man, the god. K for K is Jimmy Neutron, right? I think that's what the Boy Wonder or something like that.
Jimmy Neutron.
That boy's smart. He's smart.
Yeah.
It's just great. It's great seeing how excited they all are too. That's the other cool thing, right? We have so many people here, so many people in the community doing this stuff, and the guys that are the most passionate about stuff. It's like you're going to be good at what you're passionate about, right? It's hard not to be good at what you're passionate about. So we're so lucky as a community to have all these individuals passionate about very specific things.
We
just get to take it all
in. Mathematicians decide to make freaking charts and dedicate a website to charts. We have Geraldo, look at the hex.com. That's no Hex sponsor type thing. Richard ain't pay him to do that.
No.
And he
wellsonly.com.
And he just updated the site, so now all the information is updated daily. So when the price every day, he used to have to do it manually. Now he got to update it automatically. He decided to do that himself. Wells only.
Shout out to Gerardo.
Shout out to the
what's his nickname?
Gerardo's?
I think Gerardo's like Little Gohan or something like that.
Yep, he's a Little Gohan.
Hex Gohan.
So we all had. You guys both had Richard in your stream, right? Is that that just goes without saying though?
So yeah. I
would say for mine it would be. I'll go with okay. I had the same two as Tap though. I would go Whales and Tendies for sure. I think I'd throw
Whales and Tendies have nice videos together.
Welcome to the hood, brother.
What you say?
Go and eat a fucking dick. That's from the that's from the video from his the clay thing.
Yeah, he was pissed. It was funny.
Oh my goodness. Legendary.
Get back to school and hate the books, boy.
Yeah, so it'd be okay. So that's okay. So my fourth. So we got.
Was his Twitter down a couple days after that too?
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah. So we'll do. I gotta get my.
They took it personally.
Whales, Tendies, Huddle Dog, and I'm gonna throw my boy Shillem in there.
Shillem Dafoe. Well, where is he? Can we stream with him? Who's Shillem? Who is this guy?
You've seen him. You're not following Shillem Dafoe on Twitter?
I just started following him, but I just see memes. He's the meme god, but
he's the meme god. He's the meme guy.
But
great memes.
You know what? I think I heard his voice on the Twitter space once or twice, actually.
Yeah, so, DJ Cryptomatics thing. DJ Cryptomatic had him do a video on the Christmas special.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So DJ Cryptomatic.
Don't get it twisted. He's a great German, that boy. I love the DJ. He's the first one I met. The DJ counting his hex, staking his hex, and counting his hex. He's
that's a song right there.
Did y'all watch the Discord Syndicate's show last Friday? The Hangout with Joker.
No.
The Golden Mike dude.
Yeah, I saw some of it. What do you mean? You don't know who that is?
You don't know about the Golden Mike?
Indian doctor. The Indian
doctor.
Like I should. Golden Mike.
I feel like I should.
You should.
He used to be on the morning show with Kinetics, but they kicked him out. I think they got upset with him one time.
I'm pretty sure when I saw it, I would know. Are they on Twitter?
He's on Twitter. His D-Raj Moore is his name.
D-Raj Moore. Let me check 1 second.
Watch the most recent Discord Syndicate.
Yeah, from this Friday, the 4th.
Yeah, it was this past Friday.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll watch that for sure.
If you like karaoke, you'll definitely enjoy it.
You're gonna love his.
Who doesn't like karaoke, man? Who doesn't like karaoke?
I've never met a person.
Depends how many drinks you have in you, though. I like it better when I'm all sauced up. I don't like it just going up there. You like karaoke, Tap?
I went karaoke one time. It was honestly a bad experience. So,
yeah, I've never sang either.
Well, you gotta
only in the shower.
Pretend you're in the shower.
Actually, no, I take that back. I do have a couple of tracks out there, but never released. Your boy went in. My best friend's he's a producer. He's got he's got thousands of songs that he hasn't released. So, you know, I used to hang out with him, and once in a while, you just go in. He hypes you up, and you're like, "Yeah, I do sound good." And you play it back, and you're like,
believe,
"Nah,
anyways,
what
yeah,
was
you
I
believe
thinking?"
you sound good. You believe you're gonna do well.
I mean,
believe
any way you can make it out, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, is that the guy you were talking about for some music for us? That you're gonna get?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He helped me make all the sounds, and yeah, he can make songs. Yeah, he can do it. He can do it all.
That's awesome.
He's got a studio at his house, so it's nice.
Get over there.
Very nice. Yeah, I need to. I need to.
Well, let's go.
I gotta come out with new sounds every week. Hopefully, some of them will make the show.
So what are we gonna do? Build a soundboard? A soundboard?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. I mean, here. I showed you some. You guys like this one, so I'll play it for everybody.
They leaving bodies. Richard Hart's leaving bodies.
Okay, that one. Oh my god, that one's perfect. That's you, obviously, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like you.
All of them are me. I'm whispering your voice at my buddy's house.
Yeah.
Or your name, I mean.
Yeah. I should do that if we're streaming. Once we have a guest on, just start whispering little things. To the...
Oh my goodness.
Like, did you hear anything? I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything. Did you hear anything? Top, you hear anything? Dan, you hear anything? I didn't hear anything.
Real quick, guys, we're back at 22 cents.
What?
Yep. Go check it.
Yeah, but what are we at Canadian? What are we at Canadian? I gotta do that one day. Once Hex is at, I guess, what did it have to be US? I don't know, 76 cents US to hit $1 Canadian. So when that day comes, I'll be screenshot it and be like, we're at $1, motherfucker. Here we go. And I'll post it and everyone will lose their minds. They'll say, sorry, those are Canadian prices.
What do you guys mean? I live in Ottawa or Toronto.
I actually almost did that one time because I have like on my when I look at the price, I have to convert it to Canadian currencies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then one time I went to go post something about a price or whatever on Twitter, and it's like, oh shit, I better change this. They're gonna kill me. Like when our all-time high, whatever it was, and it was like 65 cents Canadian there for a minute. So I'm glad I didn't post that. Like, oh, shit, we're on fire. 65-cent Hex.
That would be hilarious. Yo, there was some Hexan who was like making a little joke saying, "Oh, Hex is a scam." He was saying it in a joking way.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't catch on it, and he was getting it for a little bit until people look at his profile, saw he was a Hexagon.
Yeah, it happens a lot, man. It's people like so.
You gotta be careful.
The same thing happened to me where I tweeted, if you can't sell Hex, why does the price go down? I think that's what it was. Yeah, if you can't sell Hex, then why is the price going down? And some guy got all over me. He's like, "Oh, one of these idiots, blah blah blah." And I just tweeted a GIF of like the literal text of a joke going over his head.
Right.
Because you got to be careful, man. It's a sad thing with social media where we're so
push the LOLs in here.
Yeah. Yeah, but really? Really? That's the point sometimes. It's like, really? I don't need to put an LOL in there.
A lot of jokes go over my head. A lot of jokes go over my head, so it happens, you know. Some people just don't know.
It's so easy on Twitter though to just get trigger fingers, right? Not triggered, but trigger fingers, where it's like,
yeah,
oh my god, a scam hater or a Hex hater, we got to get him, which I'm all for. But be careful when it's Hex.
I used to do that in the beginning, go at people, but I stopped. Yeah.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
I did too. I feel like everybody had to go through that.
It's almost like evolution, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like an evolution where you had that incredible 1.5-year run or whatever, 1 and 8 month run, and now we're consolidating for however 4 or 5 months, and people want to come out of the woodwork, and everyone's just like, I don't really need to defend it anymore. We know it's not a scam, and who cares? And who are these people coming out of their way to go after Hexagons anyways? I'm not going after looking for sheep holders and Kishu Inu and puppy bitch or whatever all these things are called.
The
So where are
squid
these people
holders,
popping up? Yeah,
squid is one of the wildest things I've experienced in the crypto game so far.
the squid holders.
Yeah, remember the squid game?
The one,
Yes. Squid
the
token.
guy was watching it live.
Whoa.
Richard Hart be leaving bodies. Play that clip again. I need to hear it one more time.
Oh, man.
Put the blanket on, man. We gotta put a.
They
Cat,
leaving
you-
bodies. Richard Hart's leaving bodies.
Ooh, how did you think of that?
I just heard the last part and then freestyle the rest.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
The tone of your voice there. I'm just picturing like a third party guy standing outside watching Richard Hart just tear through these furus, calling the cops or somebody.
Oh, like that clip when he's a ninja?
Yeah,
He got-
you gotta
Oh,
get out of
that's
here. He's leaving
hilarious.
bodies. Richard Hart's leaving bodies.
We need that. We need to do a stream with that guy. Who made that? That shit's hilarious. My God.
That shit
Which
was
one?
beautiful.
The
The video when
The
he's a
samurai, the last
ninja,
samurai
and he's
video.
coming through all the other
was it Hex
fools.
Cadet? Maybe I don't want to say that, but
There's just so much content, man. It's
yeah,
amazing.
it's just yeah.
It was like a
Every
a
day.
few minutes
It's too
long.
much
Like,
to
it was
keep
like
up
a
with.
7-minute long clip.
Yep. Even Richard, I think, made a comment, shouted it out. Yeah, I forget who it is, but yeah, it's. I just
Can't
like
wait till
content.
people hear that
I
clip,
just want
man.
to say real quick, when Richard Hart comment on stuff, it'd be such a simple ass comment sometimes. Like he'll say,
He's very,
"LOL."
he's very
Yeah.
picky and choosy with what he
Ha
comments
ha.
too.
Yeah,
Like I already know he's doing busy stuff. He's doing whatever he's doing, and you know he's not all crazy about social media like other people. But sometimes when he just comment on stuff, it just be a little couple things. To me, it just be funny.
Yeah,
yeah.
I love how he just doesn't shy away from anybody. He just jumps in there. He did it the other day with somebody. Can't remember, someone on Bitcoin or whatever. But the people just literally run away from him.
I mean, I could just see him getting pissed off on the other side. Just type in, you know.
Well, it's got to be annoying, right? Because
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
especially in today's day and age, where like you can't just talk that shit and then run away. You can't, and people are getting away with it. Like that McCormick idiot just blocks everybody. He's probably
Listen,
still
listen.
chirping Hex all the hell.
Nobody called the top. Nobody knew about the top, right? Everybody thought it was going to 100K, right? Did you want
Oh,
that?
not
except one
everybody.
man, just one man.
one guy, one crypto.
Richard
Did
Hart.
y'all watch that video with BitBoy and
Okay.
the moon?
Dude,
Richard Hart, the dog.
those are amazing.
Richard
Wow.
Hart, copy.
Richard Hart's out. We are gathered here today to talk about Richard Hart and Hex. We'll do with the dirty whistle. We're gathered here today to talk about Hex and cryptocurrencies. And we want to win this battle. We need to fight.
It's the whistle.
Oh.
Oh, oh.
It's the wind going through the. He has no tooth.
Yeah, I got a gap.
No, not you. The impersonator guy.
Me.
I was imagining some old man on the battlefield with no tooth.
Hey, at $10, I can get the gap fixed. I've had it my whole life. The dentist always said, no, you don't need braces or anything. Just leave it. Like, yeah, Madonna's got one. So now I got one too. Who cares?
It's Hexy. Don't worry.
It's Hexy.
It's Hexy.
It's Hexy, and I know it. I know it. I love it.
Dude.
Yeah, those clips. How many of those did you record? Of those audio clips?
Let's see, about 10 or so, 15. But some of them aren't good. I mean,
Well, two of
I
them
got a
are
Scarface
incredible.
one. I got a Scarface one.
Say hello to my little Hex.
Thing at the end.
It's just hard because, like, you guys, you said something about a manager earlier. I got this manager one.
Manager to cash register. Manager to cash register.
Give my Hex now, bitch.
What's that?
I need my Hex now, bitch. You can't cash out though. They said.
Nope.
Sir, someone is trying to sell Hex. Someone's trying to sell Hex.
You
let
can't
you
cash
do
out.
that.
Nobody called the Bitcoin Ethereum top. It was just all of a sudden it started dropping. It was a shock to everybody.
And then our favorite BitBoy with the moon was like, well, no one could have seen this coming. You know? Did you see that video?
Bro, that guy's a joke. Just
Oh,
the fat
unbelievable.
chipmunk guy, right?
Yeah.
That guy, yeah.
On the show twice. Was it 2 times or 3 times? He was on the show.
Chipmunk guy.
I think twice he was on there.
Well, he was on there. So it was actually twice on Around the Blockchain, and then once when his show was earlier, he had an actual interview with him.
Yes, he did.
Which is why I was pissed that I was like, you're gonna have Richard back on. Why not do a one-on-one with him? Like he does one-on-ones with founders all the time. And it's weird because a lot of guys that have gone on his show, like Real Crypto Face or whatever it is, and Joe Paris, or is it Joe Paris? Is that his name? I'm forgetting his name. Joe
Not
Paris.
sure.
Who are you talking about?
These are guys. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm just thinking like there's a lot more noticeable people that have been on BitBoy's show that are now openly supporting or not hating so much on Hex or Richard, which is interesting to me.
Oh.
Did y'all see that TikTok dude who's no longer hating on Hex and Richard? Man,
that pissed me off.
And didn't he try to tell everybody to buy Squid Coin? Or am I tripping on that one?
I said this to Hexy Bastard yesterday. What is different about Hex today than 2 years ago?
Not a goddamn thing.
So what's going on, bro?
Same.
He realized that Hex works.
So maybe that IQ test took him 2 years.
Some people 2 weeks.
At least he passed,
months,
man.
2 years. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. At least he passed.
At least
I just find so frustrating.
Right, he passed. And you know what? I was going to go down his neck. I was like, you know what? You're now part of the team. You realize you was wrong. Welcome. And he said publicly he's not going to go on no stream with Richard Hart because he said he's not smart enough to be on stream with him. Oh, but I thought Hex was trash last year. I thought I was stupid last year. My bad. Maybe I heard wrong.
That's where I don't understand is because if we're using the IQ test argument, okay, it took him this long to get it because the way he explained himself on TikTok was he was mentioning how with as the technology develops and people can develop more elaborate cryptocurrencies, Hex has been designed to appreciate faster, right? That's how it was designed to do. Like the gains are programmed in, if you will. Like people still need to buy it, obviously. But why? I just wish. Why couldn't you see that 2 years ago? Where was the disconnect? Why didn't you see it there? Richard's been saying the same stuff about Hex from 2 years ago as he is now.
I feel like pride has a lot to do with it, you know.
Well, that's where I'll give him credit because going from do not buy this piece of shit is an absolute scam all the way to, oh, Richard Hart, man, he's the GOAT, man. Richard's the GOAT. What he's trying to do is incredible, man. This guy's the GOAT. Oh, you guys think I should talk to him? Oh, I can't, man. Like, oh, I would. I'm not smart enough for that guy. But don't buy his shit.
We keep
He's leaving bodies everywhere.
without even doing it, without even purposely doing
it.
Yeah. But credit where credit is due, like Tap said, with the pride thing. At least he has come out now because there's going to be people that know they screwed up, right? Or they know they spoke.
People are going to have no choice. They don't have no choice but to join us. Because we still got people claiming everything about us is a scam, and then people coming to them saying, well, it's been working for 2 years. Well, what more do you want? People are legit responding with work for 2 more years. Do it again.
Yeah.
Already done a 10,000X. Do it again. All right, fine. Yeah. We'll do it again. We're trying to bring you along the freaking train. Get you a little piece of the pie, but that's fine. We'll take it.
That's my favorite question to some people is, well, how long is long enough, right? Like when is this rug pull cat coming that you guys so desperately want to happen? When? 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? When is it going to be? When is it over where it's like, oh, okay, fine.
I think it's more.
It's not a scam. They're right.
I think once Hex hits $1, we're gonna see a whole shift. $1, $5, $10. Yeah, certain things is not gonna. They're not gonna be able to fly no more. Not even with Hex, E-Hex, P-Hex, Pulse, PulseX, LP token. Who knows what all those charts are gonna look like?
Yeah.
He's just gonna be able to choose which chart he wants to flex with per stream.
You can just keep it on a slideshow. Just keep it on a loop, and every 30 seconds.
Like that down below, you got the charts of like you got the tokens and like the performance.
Yeah, but this is where when we talked about last week when we were together, the ecosystem, right?
Yep.
How now you're gonna have the PulseX and PulseChain and Hex on PulseChain, and more people are just going to be using that ecosystem and not needing to go anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be your be all end all, I think, depending on how well it goes. But it could be like you're going to have.
I have a nice prediction that Shiba on Pulse will be worth more than Shiba on the Ethereum network.
Why? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just wondering why.
It's going to be much easier to use. It's always such a low value type token. It appeals to the masses because you can get a lot of it because of how cheap it is. Now you're going to be able to transact as much as you want on PulseChain with a potentially cheaper SHIB at first. Once people start transacting on PulseChain more, I wouldn't be surprised to see Shiba on PulseChain be worth more than Shiba on Ethereum within due time. I give it 6 to 9 months personally. That's just a little fun game theory I've been doing in my head.
I wonder how many Shiba holders have Shiba on their exchanges and aren't going to get copies of it.
I think it's going to be a lot of them, and I think they're going to be pissed the hell off about it, and that's what's going to bring on the PulseChain. There's going to be a lot of people going to realize the coins on exchanges aren't really their-ish, and they hear about PulseChain. Yeah. They don't have their copy because the exchange is going to give it to them. They're going to be pissed off if they start all over on PulseChain or take money out from the exchange and transfer it over to Pulse in some way, even though they might give them a 2-week waiting period to get their money out.
I'll tell you guys a quick story about, remember we were talking last week about how like Hex just destroys business models of exchanges and stuff. Well, crypto.com froze my account essentially. I was only using crypto.com to get fiat out to my MetaMask, right? I was just getting fiat in Ethereum or USDC, whatever I was buying, and getting it to my MetaMask. So I did this for over a couple months. So I would send whatever my max bank would allow me to send for that day, right? Okay. And I would send it over, and then I get an email being like, well, your account's frozen. I said, why? And they said, well, we need to know. We have some questions for you. I said, well, what are your questions? And they said, well, we want to know why you keep swapping for this and this and sending it to an external address. I said, well, it's it's none of your business. You're an exchange. Like you're still getting paid for me to bring money in and send it out.
You still get the fee.
Well, yeah. What's that?
They still get the fee. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, they get their fees. They get their fees, but they were just concerned. They're like, well, why do you keep you once your bank transfer comes in, you're in and out within 30 minutes of your transfer and sending it to another wallet. I said, well, yeah, you're an exchange. I don't trust exchanges. I don't want my money on there if it doesn't need to be. And then they wouldn't let me send fiat in anymore. They wouldn't let me transact anymore unless I provided a picture of my savings account and a paycheck and all this and that. And I said, well, screw you guys. Couldn't believe it, man.
Shame. That's a damn shame.
That just goes back to again.
I personally, I liked crypto.com, but I started
hearing too.
I started hearing about the BS. I heard they got hacked. I heard they was holding people monies. And now I'm hearing your story It's
Yeah, I can show you the email. I'll send you guys the email. And I just said to them, I go, I just don't understand. They're like, oh, well, we think it could be, they said one of the transactions looked weird, and it's the same transaction every week or every 2 weeks when I got paid. It was the same over and over and over again. They just didn't like that money came in, and I swapped it for ETH or USDC, and I sent it off to my MetaMask. That's what they didn't like.
They didn't like that you was playing with it on their exchange.
They didn't like that I was using them for what they were, which was a means to an end, right? Like, just, dude, yeah, I'm using you. I need to get my money to my private wallet. That's what I'm using you for. And they don't like that. So once I had all this bullshit, it was back and forth, like pay stubs and pictures of a savings account from where I sent the transfer from. That's how detailed they wanted me to go. It's like I'm legitimately transferring it from my bank, right? It's not like I'm using a credit card that was stolen. I'm just doing bank transfers, Interact e-transfers.
And the name of this company is Crypto.
Hi, Candace. Candace is leaving. Sorry, Tap, what'd you say there?
I said, and the name of this company is Crypto.com.
Yes.
This is cryptocurrency. Y'all keep promoting y'all cryptocurrency, but this is what y'all do. Okay. I got it.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So if that fiat on ramp you're talking about, if that thing happens, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of hexagons working on it right now. I wish I remember the website. I can tell y'all that. I know some people working on it right now, but it's mainly able to be used in the UK and Europe, but they're trying to get some stuff done so it's used across America, Canada too. But you know, the Providence in the States, laws and taxes, they try to get over that hump, unfortunately. And places like New York and Florida and California is very, very rough with all their laws. Go ahead.
Well, what if some of these guys carry, some of the exchanges are going to carry Pulse? Then there's your off ramp, or your on and off ramp.
Yeah, for now, but you know, we trying to make our own type thing.
Yeah,
but,
well, that's specific for Hex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
but if these exchanges, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, these exchanges do get Pulse, and I've thought about that. I thought, when do you think exchanges going to start having Pulse? 'Cause I don't think they're going to start having it immediately because they don't like the whole concept of it to begin with. But yeah, if they get Pulse on their exchange, that's going to be a much easier fiat on ramp for people.
Do they not like it? Because if they carry all the Pulse versions, they just doubled their own coins. There's more coins for people to trade with.
They don't like Richard. They don't like what money he stands for. But people got pride, man. Like, if they release this Pulse and all the tokens to their people on exchange, they're gonna realize about this other thing, about this Pulse stuff. Some point they're gonna probably realize about this Hex stuff. Oh, you can lock up your money and not have to do anything. I'm pretty sure
get trustless yield.
Say again.
I said, and get trustless yield on that money once you lock it up.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure they understand what that rabbit hole leads to for their consumers. And I could be wrong.
I'm just thinking of it from a, like, even if, like, we're talking about crypto exchanges, like, with a lot of money, right? So they have a lot of people there behind the scenes, and I just don't think if you're gonna have a fork of Ethereum and all these other coins are gonna come up and be tradable, why wouldn't you want them on your exchange? Because now you're essentially doubling all the ERCs.
I mean, they just crypto.com just put your account on hold when you was trying to use money the way you wanted to, even though they were still getting money from it. Yeah. Right? So an instance like that make me not think that, I don't think they're in it for really money as they should be. Like, they're not looking at the maximum gains. They're looking at the selfish gains, if that makes sense.
The which ones? The selfish gains? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see, man. It's gonna be
like the 1 point.
Is it going to be too hard to ignore? Like when this is live, what does that day look like when it's live? When all this when we're all airdropped our shit, man.
It's gonna be hard to keep quiet, to keep this quiet. It's gonna be hard. And I would like to see him try. And every day that passed, every successful day that passed with no issues, no bugs, no crazy mess going down, he took his time to release it properly. 6 months
Perfect.
in, we're working fine. 9 months in, 1 year. Once we hit that 1 year of full
Flawless
live,
uptime.
yes. And then 2 years, come on, man. And you know, we keep, first of all, Hex just had his 2 year anniversary, right? The 2 year birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
There was parties all around the world for Hex. Somewhere around the world, there was a group of people streaming and partying, having a whole event for Hex on one chain.
Yeah.
Next few years is looking crazy.
Maybe he'll just wait to December 2nd and launch it all then. It could all have the same birthday.
That would be wild if he want to do something like that. I did hear people talk about how he he probably wants to release the everything once it gets the lowest into this quote unquote bear market.
I'd be fine with that. Like if he thinks he's waiting for a bottom, or if he thinks the market's still going to bottom out, and then you launch when everyone's already sold, nowhere to go but up, right? Well, there's nowhere to go but up anyways. We're launching at 0.
Exactly.
So, but I like what he said before. Like he doesn't. If the product is the right product and it's a good product, you can launch it whenever the hell you want.
Yeah.
And it's going to do its thing, right?
Agree. And he did launch Hex in the bear market as well. It was close to the bottom, if I'm not mistaken, when you look back into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's done very well. You even got other things like Uniswap was dropped in the bear market. It's done pretty well.
Yeah, Uniswap did really well. There was some tweet a couple weeks ago about the average X is over 2 years or something for all these blockchains and a couple
I've seen
blockchains and a
that.
couple dexes, and it was like the average was 647x over 1.4 years, maybe.
Yep. It was like
Does that number sound
640
right?
something.
Dude, I'll take that.
Shit. With the shit.
I'll take it on any one of them. Any one of them. Okay, yeah,
And you telling me I just gotta sit for an average of 4 years compared to these blockchains? When I talk about the cheapest, fastest blockchain possibly ever created that works correctly.
Yeah, and for as smart as Richard is, he knows he's smart. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Like with the bridge, bridge that got hacked last week with the Solana. Was it the Solana Ethereum? I think
It was Solana. It was the wormhole. The network was called Wormhole. Terrible name for a freaking network.
Yep.
Solana driven or whatever. And because they figure out the bug in the bridge, they was able to go in, get money from Solana, and take wrap ETH. And the wrap ETH, I think, was worth like $300 million, something crazy. And the Solana was worth like 200. I think it was like $27 million, maybe something like that.
Right. But the bridge he's going to use has been tried, true, tested, no problems with it. It's like Uniswap, right? The fork of Uniswap. No need to build a new front end, or not a new front end, but no need to create an entirely new DEX and run into problems when this other one hasn't had any problems.
Exactly.
Right? It's just a fork.
I've tried out the testnet bridge. It works perfectly.
Yeah.
No issue.
The layout too.
Nope.
The layout. I think the layout's going to be. This is an opportunity with to make the UI a lot more accessible for people. Like the user interface. It's like I remember my first time using a bridge on Binance or whatever it was, and it just felt weird. It just felt not like it was easy to do, but it wasn't very intuitive. If that makes sense.
I honestly never used a bridge before, so that was my first time ever using a bridge, and it was a great experience for me. Using the PulseChain testnet, It was just a very
Oh yeah, it's
smooth
like what you want. Do you want to take this and you want to go to this, and
Exactly.
this is what it'll cost. I want
Simple.
to take this from this network to this network to do this.
Simple.
That's great. Yeah, and that's what it should be. Like the majority of crypto is simple. It's a lot of copying and pasting. That's what I tell people once they get into it. They're using wallets. It's like literally copying shit to your clipboard, pasting it in, sending it off. That's all it is.
Exactly.
When you're actually getting down to it and actually interacting with the blockchains and all this stuff. So that if it looks really good and people can use it and it takes you 5 minutes to learn it once you're on there, it's gonna be great.
Oh man, everything is so flawlessly. Like I really take like 10, 15 minutes just to play on the test net and just do one of everything. Just to do it. I get the faucet thing, I get T-Post added to my bag. I swap some test posts for test hex. I stake some of it. I'll stake like a whole bunch for 7 days or 5, whatever. The fees for these stakes,
I know. You probably haven't even spent one pulse yet on all that stuff.
I have not spent 0.001 pulse yet. I have to say.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like that for a while.
Yes, a good while. And the way they keep, the way this whole thing is designed, we're gonna be good for a while. We're gonna be good for a minute.
I'm so pumped, boys. I can't wait.
I'm
just excited to chill. It's gonna be nice to chill with all these brand new coins in our pockets, especially getting in as early as we are.
Shit.
That's the most exciting part.
Yeah, I am excited for that part, just to see all the craziness go down. See all the madness.
Well, it's like I've been in some ICOs before, like through other things like the initial coin offerings, and yeah, it's kind of cool, but this one just feels different, you know? Like there's no KYC or any of that bullshit. It's nope, send money here, you're gonna get dropped.
There you go.
Here we go.
And plus
we get poor Dan, his thinking he keeps trying to come on.
And plus we get all that hex copy. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
How long do you think
it takes to reach parity or go past it?
Honestly, I'll give it 9 months to 15 months. 9 to 15 months.
To reach parity?
To go at the same rate around 9 months, and then once the price gets like close, like once the price gets like real close, I'm gonna really have to probably say like 2 years for the price to get close to each other. But to move at the same rate, I'm gonna say like 9 years. I mean like 9 months. 9 months.
Yeah. Yeah, 9 years would be a long time.
9 years. Shit. 9 years from now, anybody who sacrificed $20 into PulseChain or PulseX could retire in 9 years.
You think so? Off $20? In 9 years? Well, just do the math. Just do it.
If Bitcoin in 10 years did a 6.9 million X, is that what it is? Or 6.5 million?
Whatever. It's called
6 million. We'll say 6 million.
6 million. Yeah, 1 cent to 66,000. It went.
So $20 of 6 million, that's $120 million. If you just would have held that Bitcoin for 10 years. Now we have a whole better tokenomics, easier to transact, stays true to what is designed to do.
Nobody's selling.
Yes.
That's what's actually going to be very interesting, because with this ecosystem coming and people knowing about what Bitcoin did, it's like, well, people aren't going to be selling anymore like they used to, because Bitcoin was such a new thing, right? It's like, this thing just hit $1. I got to get rid of it. Yep. You know, it can't go higher. This thing just hit $100. I got to get rid of it.
It hit 1,000, 10,000.
I got to get rid of it. No, you don't. I still think Hex is going to outperform everything, though, in the long run.
What year do you think Hex is going to officially outperform everything once Hex flips everything?
2030.
That long?
I'm trying to be conservative. I don't know.
8 more years?
People are slow, man.
I'm saying 2027 or 2026.
So you're only 4 years away
Yeah.
from flipping
Okay.
everything, flipping
Listen.
Bitcoin.
Okay. If Pulse can drop before fall, if PulseChain drops, I'm saying 2024.
Wow.
2
To
years.
pass
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
If Pulse can drop before July of this year, I'm gonna say E-Hex will possibly flip everything. And P-Hex will probably be second, maybe third, maybe most likely third. You'll probably see Ethereum still on number 2.
How nice is it going to be to see that chart with Hex, E-Hex, PulseX, PulseChain, all like bundled up together.
LP token.
LP token, yeah.
LP token probably like number 8, number 9.
Well, like these are all finished products coming too.
Deflationary products too. Deflationary tokens. The PulseChain, PulseX. And isn't the LP supposed to be deflationary as of now?
I'd imagine it would be, but I wouldn't know enough. I don't know enough about it yet. I'm just gonna wait till we hear more from the man himself on that one.
Right. I think it's supposed to be as of now. Don't quote me on anything. But PulseChain, the PulseChain token and the PulseX tokens are both deflationary. So there's no more. It is what it is.
Yeah, you better not. You better not sell if you don't have to.
But people going to, and that's fine.
Yeah, they are for
Ooh.
sure.
How hard of a dip do you think each coin will take when it first drops? Because I'm already confirming in my head that every coin is going to take some type of dip when it first drops. What is the percentage you're looking at for PHEX when it first drops?
For like a dip in
A dip.
PHEX?
And
I don't know if they'll see a big. I don't know if you'll. Oh well, yeah, you have idiot. You have degenerates that'll just get rid of their bags too. I think there'll be bigger drops on PulseChain and PulseX. I could see the 90% drops on those two easily.
I would say 90% on PulseX and more like a 75 to 80% drop on PulseChain.
Yeah.
But I feel like PulseX, a lot, that's going to get dumped hard because we had a lot of more.
Oh, you're going to swap out for Pulse? They're going to be swapping for Pulse or selling for Pulse.
I think people are going to be selling it for Pulse after a couple days after the bridge release because we had a lot more money jump into this sacrifice. And of course, bigger money jump into this particular sacrifice. And I don't think they're all hexagons or hardcore crypto people. Just probably someone who heard of this from someone else. So they'll be looking to dump their bag on a 2, 3x, 4x, or whatever.
Yeah, it's a 3-to-1, right? We did it yesterday. It was around 45,000 for PulseChain, and then you're around 125,000 for PulseX sacrificers.
There's 129,000 when I checked this morning. If I'm not
so
mistaken.
you're even up higher now.
Yes.
Like and we did, and it's like that's 7 months, man. So you went from 45,000 sacks to 130,000 sacrificers in 6-7 months.
Yep.
And I don't know people that are sacrificing from different wallets. Like I don't know how people are doing that, but I can't imagine. I mean, maybe some people would, but who knows?
And that's people sacrificing. I know there's also people who's just waiting for the whole thing to drop, and that's where they're gonna put their bags into this stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be exciting. So what are we doing for next week? Are we trying to do this on Sunday? Because I got to get going here in a minute.
Oh yeah, we can go ahead and shoot for Sunday. I shouldn't be doing anything.
Dan, you wanna send us a message if you're still there?
Yeah,
he's hosting it, but he can't come on. Super Bowl, right? I am watching the Super Bowl. But do you want to do like 6 o'clock? When does the Super Bowl even start? Do we know?
I can check right now.
I could do Monday next week too if you guys want, same time.
6:30 p.m.
Okay. Keeps lagging for me. Do you want to do Monday next week then? Let's do it a week Monday, then we'll just bump it back to the Sundays after football's over.
Yeah, let's do Monday. This Sunday Super Bowl is gonna be too wild.
Yeah, for sure. I totally get that. All right,
Let's do Monday.
Dan, fix your shit, man. We missed you on here at the end. Tap. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have
Y'all
a great
have a
week,
good
man.
night. Yes, have a great
baby.
week. Be awesome.
You guys have a good one. We'll hopefully get some good stories, and we'll catch up in a week, boys.
Peace.
See you, buddy. Bye.